Taxes is another one too. So tied to the political conversation, but the rates that we pay for taxes here in Canada are extremely high. Now, there's a reason for it. We've got exceptional infrastructure. We've got great roads. We've got access to services and all of these different things. And then, of course, we have universal health care. Like, I've lived in the States, in the US. I know the difference between the paid private system and the paid by your taxes system. When we're sick, we go to the doctor. We don't get a bill. But we've experienced this in the last couple of years. Our doctors and our nurses are burnt out. I talked to the gal that was taking my blood today doing the testing. She's like, it's an absolute zoo in here every single day. We're understaffed. It's been like this for 2 years. Everybody's burnt out. Every single person that I talk to in the health space is burnt out, including family. I have family that are one cousin that's an EMT. Same thing, like long hours, stressful situations, burnt out. And I've said this before, and I don't want to turn this into the discussion around the health side of things, but I always ask, are we measuring the right things and asking the right questions and critically analyzing things properly? Because as an example, this government that we have is about to implement universal dental care in Canada now as well, because of this coalition connection between two of our parties that were not voted to be a collective like that, but now all of a sudden have created that and are making decisions and pushing policies through because of their ability to create a majority government. So this universal dental system on the surface is like, well, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Everybody should have access to dental care, of course. But I look at our medical system, it's completely backed up. The people in it are burnt out. The doctors and the nurses are not really getting paid that much considering what they're actually doing. On the other hand, in the dental side of things, you've got dental practices that are making tons of money. You should see some of the biggest, beautifulest houses here in Kelowna on the lake are owned by dentists because they're making coin. They do a crown that may or may not need to be done. How do you know? You're not a dentist. What are you going to do? But you go to 10 different dentists, they'll tell you 10 different stories. But that crown in Canada might cost $2,000. And you go to Mexico and to Costa Rica or whatever, and the level of service is just as good, if not better. Quality of work, same thing. But the price is like a tenth of that. So this is a deep-rooted system problem. This isn't just the government's going to put universal dental care in plan. The world's going crazy. No, this is way deeper than that. This is the cost of goods. This is inflation. This is, medical companies that are jacking up these prices. Look at all the money that these pharmaceutical companies are making off of these vaccines. How much money these medical device companies are making off of hospital beds and drill bits to drill into people's brains for brain surgery. I have friends in these spaces. My intent is not to put them down for what they do. They're amazing people. They're serving their family. They're making a living. But the truth is that their industry is broken. It's part of the problem as well. But it's a North American problem. It's a westernized world problem, which is, again, another reason why we're getting out of here. We don't want to be a part of it anymore. This inflation that's happening is not going away anytime soon. Everything's going to get more expensive. Everything. And the fact that when we pay as high taxes as we do, and the level of service that we're actually getting is not that great, and we're being restricted from even accessing the services. I didn't even talk about that. I put a post about it on Facebook today that, I had to basically convince my doctor that I should get the testing done to test all of my levels, my vitamin levels, my gut microbiomes, all that kind of stuff, my cholesterol. Because he said to me, well, if you test too many things, then you just start worrying about stuff and it actually has a negative effect. And that one, I was just like, what? Like, no, I'm like proactively trying to be the healthiest version of myself. I want to know the numbers. What should I be putting in my body? And then I had to convince him again to give me the requisition for the test because he's like, well, we really don't do these tests for anybody that just asks them because they cost the government money. And I'm thinking, My taxes pay for that shit. Give me the test. It was really disappointing to actually experience it in person, but that was the truth. That was the truth. It was another eye-opener of like, okay, so we pay all these taxes and we don't actually get access to all the services, and it certainly isn't preventative. It's reactionary. It's what can we do to help keep people alive after it's too late for them to actually live a full life? What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? What kind of policy is that? It just makes no sense to me. I don't want my kids being a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And just the debts that we have, like this whole COVID situation and the lockdowns and the government grants and the, buyout of, or, the paying for the legacy media's attention and what they put out into the world. We have massive debts in this country. They're not going away. And guess how they're going to replace those debts? Guess how they're going to replenish those debts? They're going to tax the people. And again, people might say, well, you can't just bail on that. You got to pay your part. You're a Canadian citizen. Yeah, until I'm not, because I won't be a Canadian citizen soon. And our tax rate will be significantly cut. And we will contribute to the community that we are living in. We're not going to just freeload off of a low tax country or try and find ways to hide money. Like, we're not looking to hide anything. We're here to contribute. We're here to be of service. But I'm not here to fix everybody else's bad decisions that they've made. I'm not here to be a part of a society that has backed up medical systems because our diet is shit in this country, because we don't take personal responsibility for ourselves. This is why North America, Canada, the US are in the situation that we are, why the rates were so high during this whole outbreak. We don't take care of ourselves. It's personal responsibility. I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm going to stop on that side of things and just say we're leaving because of the taxes, and we will be contributing to the places that we're going to. We will pay our share to be a part of society, to help grow the community, grow the culture, grow the people, all of that. But we won't be paying for misused funds by a government that I don't align with, that's trying to tell me what to do with my body. End of story. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch the full unedited episode, go ahead and click over here. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Thanks so much.